What's up everyone, Coach MccDann here. Today's workout is intended to focus on the neutral state for characters from the Zoner archetype. We will cover strategies on how to maintain neutral through projectile-based kits, and provide insight on when the opponent might put themselves in a situation to lose neutral. So with that being said, let's lock in and get started. For our warm-up, let's focus our attention on actually maintaining control of our own space on stage. Play any character from the Zoner archetype, and fight a random CPU with a difficulty you're comfortable with for 2 games. Simply focus on keeping control of stage, and position yourself more to the center of the stage when at higher percents. But overall, work on keeping your opponent at a safe distance as often as you can. Neutral state with Zoner characters is their comfort zone when leading in stocks and percentage. It's a core element to every type of Zoner character's playstyle. There will be plenty of situations throughout a match that can set a Zoner character to be outplayed and sent back into disadvantaged state. So with a clear understanding that opponents will do what they can to force a specific reaction out of you, it's best not to fall into this trap and anticipate what options your opponent might be trying to fake you out with. Zoner characters in Smash are not just well equipped with projectiles and movement options that keep opponents at bay, but offer options to initially help stall the inevitable approach an opponent will attempt to make at a certain point, like with Zelda's down special or Samus's down special. Characters outside of the Zoner archetype will do what is necessary to close the gap between the both of you, and force options that might be more committal to inevitably get you sent back into disadvantage. In this situation, it's always good to take note of both when that might exactly happen in a certain point in a match, like when your opponent attempts to make an approach from the air with an aerial, or be prepared to utilize some character-specific options that are unique to handling those situations, like using a reflector to reverse the attack on a character, or an up special out of shield with Samus. So for this next exercise, let's start practicing that. Play 3 games with a friend, family member, or online, and anticipate what type of actions your opponent can approach with. React in a way with the purpose of preventing them from doing that option again. The better you are at this, the less your opponent might make the same mistake unless they change their game plan. Maintaining neutral with a Zoner character also involves using a systematic behavior that opponents have a difficult time challenging. Though you might be caught in a few situations where you'll be resorting to panic options when the gap between you and your opponent might be closed. There will also be moments where the intentions of your opponent are clear. But in the scenario that your opponents can force interactions with you is when it's time to find what option will be needed to either punish those options aggressively or avoid them entirely. For our scrim with purpose, let's practice setting up a system with our projectiles in-game. For 3 to 5 games with a friend, family member, or online, develop a pattern of attacks that can be used to counter your opponent's actions. Keep in mind that every Zoner character's abilities might be different, but all Zoners are intended to punish specific approaches, so do pay attention to how your opponent likes to approach. This is Coach MccDann. Hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and until next time.